guys, this is Laurel. How are ya? I'm outside. It's nice enough. Well, it's a little windy, so I may have to do a dash and grab stuff, but it's nice. So yesterday was nice, the day before not so much, so that would be on Thursday. So Wednesday it was a nice day, about 60, 63, and you're gonna hear outside noises. And then Thursday it went down. It said it was going to be 48 degrees, which after 63, that's cold. But it got pretty chilly. I didn't clock what temperature it was, but so cold that we had some freezing rain on Thursday. I mean, come on. And then Friday was nice, and yesterday was really nice. It was the freezing rain Friday. Anyway, we had weird weather. But yesterday was nice, so nice in fact that I had put on our personal calendar to clean our garage because it's long overdue. And so we ended up doing that. And mind you, over the last year, you may have noticed my fuller glow. I put on a little bit of weight over the last year. So I really haven't been that active. Part of it I blame crafting, because I blame myself crafting because I haven't moved. I'd rather just sit and crochet. But I hadn't moved like that in a while, and we spent a good few hours in the garage cleaning up, and by the end of the day, let me tell you, I was in pain. My foot hurts. I go to physical therapy for my right leg. It's always hurt, but I haven't done anything about it in a long time, so the pain has started traveling down to my knee and then my foot. Well, yeah, last night was not fun. By the time we were done and I showered and sat down, getting up again was, let me tell you. Anyway, got the computer over here, so it goes to sleep. I'll be going over here. Because of the glare of outside, I can barely tell what's on the monitor. So anyway, what are we talking about today? I'm holding this. I hope you can see the gorgeous color of it. It's a reddish pink color, or a pinkish red. This is hibiscus tea with the mulberry leaf. I've had it before on here. So I love the color so much I decided I should try to dye yarn with it. Didn't go so well. Very disappointing. But we'll get to that. Let's see, what are we talking about? The 100 days of, I don't know, 100 days of something. I've seen it enough times I can't remember what it is, but I briefly gave a thought to joining in, but no, I have too many things going, and I have a couple of cows that I wanted to do from last year that I never did, so I'm just not going to do it. But I've been enjoying watching everyone's progress and the different things that people are doing. Not everyone's doing strictly yarn related or craft related things, so kudos to you guys for doing that. I'll just keep watching. The other part, all the stuff I needed for here, Debbie's bag came in handy to lug it all out on the deck. So let me put this off over here for now. What are we doing? So speaking of Debbie, and this was part of her goodie bag or goodie mail to me last time, and she said she forgot something, and she ended up mailing it, which she so shouldn't have done that, because the extra shipping costs. And let me tell you guys, I have to be honest, shipping costs is scaring me, because while I love sharing with everybody and doing the giveaways, I gotta tell you, the shipping cost is scaring me. Sometimes shipping something is as much or sometimes more than the item you're shipping, and I just think that's, while I'm sure it's great for the person receiving it, it just doesn't make economical sense. So I got to think hard about that and how we're going to do things. But anyway, another story. What she sent me was a Knit Pro Zing. I actually have one of these. I am a circular needle person, and I like the 16-inch because I'm a hat person. So I actually have one of those, but we're going to try this. This is, I believe, a 40 40-inch cord, and I had done the handbrake, or I started the handbrake cowl by oh god, the Bakery Bears, Dan. And I had started it when I first started learning, when I first got the hang of knitting. That was like, what, 3 years ago? I quickly got into hats, put it aside, and back then I had trouble, if I put something down and I didn't write detailed notes of where it was, there was no way I was going to remember. Well, that was one of the things that I ended up frogging. So I'm thinking of giving it another try and using bigger needles and different yarn to see how it goes. I'm just going to have to figure out what the multiples are for that so that I can adjust it. Or I can just make a bigger one and, you know, deal with it. But anyway, she sent this, and she also sent me 2 of her pins. Oh, gone to sleep. Oh, look at that. This, yeah, we do not like frogging. I will try my darndest to make something work. I call it Tim Gunning. Make it work before I would frog something. I've even gone so far as a few times, if I've missed a stitch a row below, instead of frogging the whole thing, I've gone down into that stitch, figure out how to make a stitch in that missed stitch, and then bring it up and make it into the current one. That's how much I don't like frogging. But anyway, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. So those are those 2. What's the other one? From Z, I got my Yarn and Life decal. I actually put one, I got 2, I actually put it on my car. Let me tell you, the minions were not impressed. It was like, why do you have to put that out in public? I'm like, hello, my car? Anyway, but I sent her a picture of it. I was still in the post office parking lot when I pulled it out, and I slapped it on the car right then and there. So when I came home, they weren't home, and I was in the car. I forget what I was doing. You know, when you get to somewhere and there's something on the radio or whatever, and you sit in the car not wanting to get out until it's done. I don't know what I was doing, but they pulled up, and I was busy doing whatever I was doing, and I looked over, and I guess they were talking to me. So I rolled down the window, but not all the way so it would hide the sticker, and I'm mouthing, the looks I got. And that's when Minion 1 had the audacity to say, why do you have to put it out in public? Children. Boys especially. Anywho. Oh, my next item, Happy Mail. Now, I will say I did not get a lot of crocheting done this week. I don't know what it is, what was going on. I don't even remember how busy I was doing whatever. It just, I guess I was just in a lull of a moment, so I didn't get a whole lot of crocheting done. But I should say a whole lot for what I'm used to. But I did a swap with Claudia, because we all know that Claudia loves homespun or hellspun yarn. So I made the cats, the Emineko cats, and so she wanted to swap. So she wanted me to make one in the yarn and swap with her. So I ended up making 2, give her an option. So she received hers, and we swapped with a bag from her and the cat from me. So look at this. Now, she gave me options, but I went right to this. There are a couple that I wanted, but I went right to this one because we are, not next week, the week after, we're actually going to DC for the spring break. So this was perfect because it's got suitcases on there. So it's all about travel, so it was perfect. And the other thing too, in the picture she showed me, I couldn't tell that it was really yellow. I thought it was just a, you know, a light yellow off-white color, but it's a nice yellow color for the base, so perfect. And the other thing I love about her bags is you get a dedicated spot. Where are we? You get a dedicated spot oops, for your crochet hook, which is awesome. And she always includes tea, which I put away, and then she sent this baby. Now this is so me. Night owl, one more row. Totally me. Totally me. So yeah, that is mine. Thank you again, Claudia, for swapping with me. Alright, that is it for mail, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The other thing is, thank you to all you guys who suggested what to do with the scrap fabric that I had. I did actually reach out to Christy of Dabblings, and I was telling her, I sent her a picture showing, you know, big pieces, medium, medium, tiny, small, and big piece. And she came back and she said she chuckled or something about what I call tiny pieces, because I guess she takes really small pieces and put it to use. That would definitely not have been me. So so she did accept that. I sent it to her. She has it, and she actually started right away making something with it, which is pretty cool to see, because I would no way near have been able to do anything like that with it. So I'm not close to being there yet. The lines of it would have just been a mess. So I'm glad it went to a good home. Anyway, oh, so thank you, Christy, for taking those on. Next, my whips. I was hoping to have George finished or near finished, and like I said, I haven't done much crocheting, so he didn't get worked on. I just need to start on the body and the head, and I haven't done that yet. So the other one, I am doing a pattern testing for Petra. Hey Petra. She has, I guess, the same body base for and the limbs for her amigurumis that she's making, but she just did me with the arms, a fox, which can also be made into a wolf as well. So I am doing, and she has 2 different size tails for it. So right now I'm doing the fox, and I have covered my face. Right now I've done the tail. Now about the tail, this is the large tail. I was so eager to get started on it because I love doing amigurumis that I just kept on going, and totally forgot to change the color to the black. And I was going to, I let her know that, and I was going to rip it out, and she's like, oh, she would just keep it. And then I decided it was bugging me, and I didn't really want to rip it out because, you know, I don't like frogging things. So I surface stitch on the black part. Oops. So at least I feel better about that, because it was bugging me not having the black on there. And then I have done the arms and the legs. And I started on the ears, and I think I've gotten like maybe an inch into it. So that's that. Okay. So that's it for active whips right now. Next is, we'll talk about finished objects. So I'm not sure if I showed for the 2019 Stash Busting Cal by the Unraveled Mitten. I'm not sure if I did, if I showed the last one yet, but regardless, I'm showing it again. Not the last one, the one before, number 5. This was the, what is it called? Not the linked double crochet, the combined? I forget what it's called. You do a double crochet, and then for the next one you start it in that same stitch, and then you do basically double crochet 2 together, but you start in that same stitch as the one you just finished, and then you go into the next one. So this was it, and I think I might have shown this, but anyway, I had played Yarn, Chicken, and Lost on this color here, and I ended up stopping with like 9 or 10 stitches left. So I just made it work. No, with the green color, I was playing yarn chicken and lost, so I just finished it off with this teal color, and you can't really tell unless you really look real close. So that's that. That was number 5. It's getting a little cool. Lots of clouds, and looks like the sun's gone. What time is it? It's 4:42, Sunday, by the way. So the sixth one that came out, was it last week? No, the week before. Because the next one's coming out this coming Wednesday. Is this one, and this is the wide wave, I think. You'd think I'd remember that. Anyway, this is the 6th one, and for hers, she had even amounts of color changes, but I decided, of course, to do it my own way. I started, I think, with 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 1, 4, and 3, and then 2, and then I just kept going with 2 with the color changes. And when you look at it up close, you can't really see. The pink is a variegated color. It's Berry Tones by Big Twist Premium. You don't see it as much, but if you take a picture and look at it, you can really see the variations in the pink. So I like that. The only thing I don't like about this pink, doesn't matter anyway because the yarn's discontinued, is it's much rougher than all the other colorways. Okay, so that's that. The other thing, I'll have to put a picture of another one. I actually did another a chubby bunny, a tiny one for Claudia, and it's on its way in the mail. So I'm not going to put a picture there until she receives it, so maybe I'll put it in next week. But I also started doing another one in this, and I was trying to adjust the size because I didn't want it to be too big and also to conserve yarn, but I still lost at Yarn Chicken. I got one ear done, and for whatever reason I cannot find it for the life of me. I've like looked over, not mind you, my desk is still a mess, but I can't find the ear. So I had one completely done, and then I started on the last one, and then nope, didn't make it. So I had this much left for the second one, so I had to go buy more yarn. And Carla, I made a comment after Carla posted on her video about hers, and she's like, do I have to send bunny yarn to you? It's just an excuse for me to go back to the store. But I did go back, and I found this at Walmart. There's a cool air blowing. I need to hurry up. And hopefully you guys can see me, and the lighting hasn't gone too bad. So I need to add the ears for that and do a tail. So that's that. And my mother-in-law's shawl that I was doing the last video, I finished it in time. I think I finished it with like a half hour before we left. So she got that, and that's all set. The other things that I'm doing, because I wasn't getting a lot done, I ended up doing a few donation hats. So I have 3 of them. Now they're tiny. This one's tiny. It's about the size of my palm, and then a little bigger, and then that. This is double crochet, this is half double crochet, and this is I think I did, what did I do? Herringbone, half double crochet. I started with half double crochet regular, and then I did herringbone to finish it off, just to give it some texture. And then I finished them with back loop only for the brims. And one of the times these get donated to the maternity ward where the kids were born. They said that they could use them in all different sizes, so that's why. I'm trying to hurry up because I'm really losing light. That's done. Elephant in the room. So this is, I pattern tested Melanie's Sabella shawl for her. It's basically like the granny stitch, but it's 2 double crochets instead of 3 for that cluster. It works up really quick. It's like almost like it's like a half circle kind of shawl, what am I trying to say? I like the half circle. What I'm aiming for, because Melanie mentioned that maybe, you know, it's what I was looking for, because I said I wanted less of a point. I do want that triangular point. I just don't want that, you know, arrow going all the way down. So thank you, Melanie. And thank you for letting me do your test. Now, this is hanging here because this is all I had left. So hers has 2 rows of edging, a single crochet row and a picot row. Full disclosure, I wouldn't have done the picot row, Melanie, because I'm not a fan of the picot. But I still didn't have enough to go all the way around to do the single crochet row. And you really can't tell, you know. So it worked out, and I left this here because that's all I had left, just to show. But, oops, and it's going to fall off her because it's a little breezy and I'm pulling. So yeah, and this I did in a scarfie, and it feels awesome. The only thing is, as you're working with it, if you're wearing black, you will see it all over you. But it's just, it's nice and soft and squishy, and you still get that sheepy smell from the wool, which I kind of like. Okay. I think that's it for my finished objects. And last but not least, actually no, I lied. Finished objects. Yep, I've been sewing. So this is the other llama fabric that I have, and I made, these are the 2 sizes that I make. So I have 2 of these, and the inside, one has a black zipper, one has a gray zipper, and the inside is basically the color of this here. It's just a gray and white chevron for these 2. So that's 2. And then I did, these 2 are, one is just slightly bigger than the other because I used up the rest of the fabric. Oh, ooh, I wish I could show you. We have so many birds around here, and one just popped and paid a visit and flew off. So another 2 that I did with a light pink and a bright pink zipper. And this one, oh, this is the, you guys saw this the last time with my interface fail. So this is the knitting frolicking sheeps. And the inside of this one, I think this is the one that's slightly smaller because I didn't have as much fabric, but it's that bright inside. And I really didn't have a lot because I didn't have enough to do a long handle, so I just did a short one with just a key ring on there. So that, and then this one, I had just plain pink, light pink insides, and I didn't have enough left over, so I used another, one of the fabrics I used in another bag to do this little loop, because I like to use up, just like I like to use up all my yarn, I like to use up all the fabric, and I hate wasting, so I coordinated the colors. So, ooh, can you see the color of the inside? This is showing better. This is the color of the insides of the bag. It's still a little lighter than it really is. I love it. I love it. Okay, so latest thing I've been doing. It has to do with the tea too. But first, I got on the yarn dyeing band, not like big time, just to play with it and to try it. Bandwagon back in 2017, and I used to do a club with Bee Queen Collections. They do these high-end hooks, wooden hooks. Her husband does them by hand. But she used to do a dye club where it was all natural dye. It came in a box. You got the yarn, the dyes that you needed. All you needed was the pot and your water. So I got really intrigued. Before that, I had tried Kool-Aid dyeing. I still have a few things that I dyed. And then I tried just a regular food coloring you buy at the store. I still have some of that in there. And then I moved up to the Wilton's food dye. Did I order that? No, I got it at Michael's with the coupon, of course. So I got the pack that has, I think, 10 of them in there, the gel. So I did that pretty much through 2017, and early 2018 I think I did a couple, but didn't get to do any. And then I've seen everybody else dyeing, and it just reminded me that I have a box of 18 hanks of bulky weight yarn that I got from Knit Picks during one of their sales in the garage. So it's been sitting there since, I think, November. So I pulled it out, and I was dyeing. So this is Wool of the Andes, bulky, the number 5 bulky, and the Bear. So this is done with turmeric tea. I have the turmeric with ginger and something, and then I have the turmeric with orange and anise, star anise. They all get that golden yellow color, so I've always wanted to use it as a dye. I'm surprised how light it came out. It's more lemony yellow than that turmeric color yellow, and I really hope it would have stayed that rich color. And I hope you guys can see me because I'm losing light quick. So yeah, this is that one. And then the one that I love, I'm actually going to look at it. It screams like deep summer. It's fall, but it's summer as well, like, you know, fruity summer, but also fall colors. Now, I was going for a rich red, and I am trying to figure out how to use the Wilton dye to combine them to get that golden color or that mustardy color. Haven't done it yet. It always tends to turn more orange, as you will see. But look. I hope this is focusing. There's such a glare on my screen that I can't tell. I can't tell. Oh, there we go. Can you see? I'm even going to undo it, even though it took me forever to do it. It's just... Oh, I had some... This white spot here is... I think it was the middle section. No, it was in the middle section. Anyway, so when I put the dye in, the red one, it looked like it was bleeding, and it ran. It kind of took over the water. It still smells like the conditioner I put in there, but it's like orangey sunset color. It's gonna focus. Of course not. But it's beautiful. I'll roll it up later. So that was my first attempt after a long time not dyeing. And then I wanted to keep playing because I said this tea that has this beautiful color, hibiscus tea, and I steeped it for over an hour, and it had all this great color in the water. Look at this ho-humness. Like, seriously, ho-hum. So these first ones, I didn't soak in any, vinegar or anything. And I only added acid, which is, I can't think of what it is now. The food grade acid. I put it in the water after I had put in the dye. These, with the other one I'm going to show you, I soaked in vinegar first because I wanted the colors to really strike. I wanted something really rich. So I soaked them in vinegar for over an hour. And then the water that I was going to dye in, I actually put in the citric acid as well. So I figured better more than less. Now, look at this colorway. I hope you can see it. It's rich red, gorgeous color. Look at this. I'm so bummed. Now, when it was in the pot, it looked pink, rosy pink. It looked like this antique-y pink, which is not my thing, but I'm like, at least there's color. It was looking really nice. And I'm like, I'm not going to get that bold color, but at least I'll get that rosy color. By the time I rinse, ooh, by the way, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Right here, there's some green. I tried, with the next hank I'm going to show you, I tried convincing Minion 2 to come help me, just to participate. Because I always get the big fat no from everything I ask. So he came, he did a few splotches, and then he got a drop on this. It was right next to what I was doing, because he does everything in a hurry. Anyway, I digress. So this looks more like a tea stain rather than this red color. And I guess on one hand it's a tea, so it's a tea stain, but it had pink color in the water. But when I rinsed it out, it just for whatever reason, it just did not take that at all. I'm gonna try again. This time I'm gonna do it like I did the first time. I'm gonna soak it without anything, and then I'm gonna add the color, and then I'm gonna add citric acid water to it to see if that does any difference, because I'm so upset. I really am. It depends on how you look at it. You do see this light rosy haze to it, but it's more of just a tea stain. I'm upset. I'm upset. It's like it all washed out. It just all, I even added more, after I took this next one out of its water, which it had absorbed all the dye, and there was citric acid in there, I poured that over this, and still it did not accept it. So I don't know why that color is just not, it's not willing to play. But what made up for it? And again, there's a yellowy orangey color in this one that still isn't that color I'm after, but when it mixed with the green, it's getting closer. So I'm thinking I may, anyway, I'm thinking of something else. But look. It doesn't show as rich, at least to me on the monitor. Look at this, like, I guess this is what will be called that ugly, gross green. I love it. 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 Love it. And then this, I was going for a purple fuchsia type color. So when this broke, because this is a pink base and you add the blue to get the, it looks washed out on the screen. So I have not gotten a good picture because it's just dried now. I left it hanging overnight in the kitchen and it still wasn't dry, so I put it out this morning outside to dry. But it's just, it looks all washed out on screen, but this part here is my favorite, I think. This green. Now the white, I wasn't intending, I have two sections that have white in there, and I wasn't intending for that. I didn't realize that it all wasn't seeping through. All the others pretty much soak through with little specks here and there, but there are a couple of spots that have a good amount of white in there, which I wasn't intending. But anyway, we'll see how it works out. But I was going for this bright green color. It's, I love it, love it. So I did one long half of the purple, one long half of the green, and then the two tops I did in this, what I want to get to, the golden color, which is a little orangey gold. And then I dropped, on the purple side, I dropped some of the gold and the green. On the green side, I dropped some of the purple and the gold. You don't see that as much, but the green color did, the purple struck much quicker because this water had the citric acid in there. It struck pretty quick, but the green just oozed right into the pan, all the water into the pan. So you can see where on the purple side, this would have been the inside of it, and all the green is over here. So, but I don't care. I love it. It is really addicting though. This is a shower curtain ring, old shower curtain ring I used to hold. It makes it easy to pull it up. I saw someone once had reusable zip ties, and for the life of me I can't seem to find it. I think that would be easier, but this works for now. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna, this isn't gonna be I'm dyeing yarn to sell. I'm just playing. Plus I don't have the space for it, and I have a bunch of complaining minions who don't like the smell, which is too bad because I'm gonna keep doing it anyway, but I don't have the space to do this on any kind of scale, and it's not my plan. Again, just like with the bags, to really sell. I just like playing. Plus I have 16 more Hanks to play with. So yeah, this, oh, look at that. I am horrible at the, yeah, I'll do that later. I'm horrible at the twisting part. Alright, so I think that is all. 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I'm not quite there yet. I think I'm a few away. But, yeah, when that happens, that happens. So, welcome to all the new subscribers who have come on board since last time. And to all you guys, oh, I can't believe I forgot that. All you guys who are making the Yvette shawl, it still gives me a little thrill, I will admit. I'm watching the videos just as, you know, I normally do, and all of a sudden I hear my name and it's like, oh. It's almost a little disconcerting because I'm just not expecting, because I'm just watching the videos, just, you know, like I watch videos all the time, and when I hear my name it's just like, oh, that's right. So thank you guys for making the shawl. Some of you are on 2 or 3, which is completely awesome and mind-blowing. So I really appreciate it. Don't forget to post on Ravelry if you have Ravelry. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, right now I don't have another pattern. I have an idea for the shawl shape that I want, that I'm after, but I can't work on it right now because I've got stuff going on. I've got too many things going on that I need to figure out. But then again, you know, I might just ditch everything and decide to work on it anyway, which I tend to do. But yeah, I think that's all I have for now. I actually covered notes this time. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time. Again, welcome to all new subscribers. Thank you guys as always for hanging out with me, for visiting. And oh, Columbo moment. For the first time, I'm really behind watching videos because there are just so many of us, and I have been remiss in shouting anybody out, but what I will do is point you guys towards Jane of Scraptastic Yarns. She is awesome at shouting out the new channels out there, the smaller channels out there. So if you want to find somebody new to watch or see who else is coming on board, check out Jane of Scraptastic Yarns. And I think she has a few videos titled shoutouts, and she'll have all the links below. So if you want to find somebody new to watch, do that. Rose, our thoughts and prayers are still with you. I'm glad to see that you had commented on some videos, so hopefully things are easing just a little. I know it's going to take some time. And Mary, everybody knows Mary had a little glitch, and she's back up, way up, so everyone rallied totally. And then the other new person I've been watching, trying to catch up, is Leah's Crafty Corner, I think. Crochets Crafts. I'm sorry, I got the name wrong, but her name's Leah. I think I've watched, she's doing the Vita, so I think I've watched up to yesterday, maybe, but I'll put her channel link below. And since it's getting so chilly, I'm gonna go and warm up and re-warm up my tea, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.